we want to begin this half hour with Jessica Lynch. 10 years after her terrifying capture and dramatic rescue in Iraq. We will talk to her exclusively in a moment. But first, here's NBC's Janet Shamlian.
Good afternoon.
It was just days into the Iraq War.
Today, the U.S. military confirming that 12 American soldiers are missing.
Among them, a 19-year-old whose name would soon become known the world over, Jessica Lynch.
They flashed across the bottom of the screen that it was the 507th Infantry, and we knew that was her unit.
On April 1st, 2003, U.S. Special Forces staged a brazen rescue recorded on night vision video. Jessica was the only POW to come out alive.
You asked your mom, hey, did I make the local paper?
Yes. It was a little embarrassing after the fact. My mom was like, yeah, it's on every news station.
10 years later, the West Virginia community that welcomed Jessica home is now just home.
It's a lot of work.
A motivational speaker and teacher who's working on her master's degree. Her most cherished title is mom.
That's where I feel the most pride, because there I'm not Jessica Lynch. I'm not prisoner of war Jessica Lynch. I am Dakota's mommy. This is my Germany bear that was given to me when I was recuperating.
But on this anniversary, she's the focus of renewed attention as an exhibit of her souvenirs opens in Charleston. By all appearances, Jessica's leading a happy life.
You smile and you put on that brave face. It kind of hides and protects what I don't want people to really understand.
But the past, she says, is never far from her thoughts.
Yeah, I still, about every night I have some kind of dream where there's someone chasing me, and they just, it's hard. It really is mentally and physically draining.
Mostly, she says, it's all good.
I'm very blessed and happy to be here, and I think that's what counts the most is, and if I tell myself that I'm okay, eventually I start, you know what, I can do this.
A young prisoner of war. Now, 10 years later, a picture of resilience, gratitude, and grace. For today, Janet Shamlian, NBC News, Charleston, West Virginia.
Jessica Lynch is in West Virginia this morning, and she's joining us exclusively. Jessica, good morning. It's so good to see you.
Good morning, Savannah. Thank you for having me on.
Well, 10 years have gone by, and there's been a lot of focus recently on this anniversary. Today is the day you were rescued 10 years ago. What is that like to go through? Is it painful, or in some sense, are you happy that the world is remembering?
A little bit of both, to be honest with you. I'm kind of happy that, we are finally to this 10-year mark so that, I can finally put Iraq in the past. I know that it will always be with me, but, it's nice to make that mark of, okay, well, I've made it this far, and yet, it's always going to be a part of my life, waking up every day and dealing with the injuries. But I do. I go on and I strive and do the best that I can.
I was going to mention you have had 21 surgeries. Are you still dealing
Correct.
with pain? Is that just a daily reminder of all that you've gone through?
Yeah, it is. It really is. Everything from, the back being broken to both of the legs. I still have to wear a brace on the left leg to get around, and the right foot keeps giving me problems, but I do the best that I can, and just thankful that I'm here.
You mentioned your gratitude at being alive, and I know one thing you think about a lot is your fellow colleagues who did not make it back, in particular one of your closest friends, Lori Payesterwa. You talked about survivor's guilt. How hard is that to deal with every day?
It's hard, it's so hard to continue every day knowing that Lori didn't make it home with me. And, the reason that she went over there was to be with me and our other comrades. And, sadly, she didn't get to come back home. So just having to deal with the fact that, my best friend didn't get to come back, and I did. And, she had two beautiful kids. I don't know. It's just really hard to know that they're going to have to grow up without their mom.
Back then, you were, of course, worldwide news, not just because of your capture and your rescue, but because it came out that there had been some misinformation about the circumstances of your capture and the rescue as well. What do you think about it now, when you reflect back on it, the way that your story was used one way or the other for people? Does that bother you? Does it still bother you to this day?
No, not really. I mean, I know that there was a lot of fabricated and misconstrued stories, but, you know, I did what I had to do. I came out and I've tried to tell the world of what really happened. You know, I've set the record straight as much as I can, and, you know, what people still want to believe or not believe, that's on them. But, yeah, I felt it was important to just let the truth be known. You know, I did Congress and testified to really just let everyone know, okay, none of this happened. This is the real story.
I know you give speeches from time to time. Very quickly, what's your message?
Perseverance. You know, every day I wake up, you know, I have that never give up attitude. You know, as much as, you know, I have the ups and down days, it doesn't matter. As long as you keep it in your mind that you can do anything, you can conquer it. That's what it's all about, is persevering.
Well, Jessica Lynch, you were brave then and you're brave today. Thank you so much. It's great to see you.
Thank you.